Let's talk about how to really unleash your full potential. There's a process from the famous psychologist Carl Jung called individuation. Now, if you are an ambitious person and into personal development, you want to pay close attention to this video and take notes. Because since I've applied this stuff in the past 5 years, my life has changed in many areas. I have seen tremendous growth in my career and income. But more importantly, I've become crystal clear on the direction of my life. Now, by the end of this video, you'll have a lot of clarity and practical tools that will help you tremendously on your path to living the life that you want. But to be honest, things haven't always been that way. I was always a very ambitious person. But I remember in 2019, as I got deeper into personal development and discovered the deeper concepts, I realized there are so many opportunities I could pursue. So while working in a low-paying job as a shoe seller, I decided to take English classes and a commercial school on the side. Back then, I didn't know what I really wanted to do with my life, but I knew I just have to do something. So in that period, I started a personal development blog with one blog post. I also dabbled with Instagram pages and other side hustles. But I couldn't stick to one thing. I was always jumping from one thing to another. I followed all the popular self-improvement advice like follow your passion, but it didn't got me nowhere. Until I discovered the deeper aspects of personal development like individuation. That's when everything changed. So let's define what individuation is. Individuation is the process of discovering and becoming your true self. It involves understanding and accepting all parts of yourself so that you can take aligned action with your true self so that you can live a truly fulfilled life. So why is this process important? According to Carl Jung, the process of individuation is important because it allows us as individuals to be more whole and integrated. Jung believed by becoming aware and integrating our unconscious aspects, we as individuals could move to a state of psychological balance that will allow us to live a more fulfilled life and purpose. Now, how to do the process of individuation? Before we start, we have to first understand there are two ways of doing individuation. The first one is the natural individuation process. This one happens spontaneously and naturally. As we grow older, our psyche gets more complex, but this process is heavily influenced by societal norms and cultural standards. So this is not the conscious way to doing it. We do this by adopting how other people behave around us. If we choose the first way, what will happen is we will live our life completely dictated by other people's opinions and how they want us to live. But if you are ambitious and want to live life on your own terms, this is not an option. Which leads us to the second way, and that is the conscious individuation process. This is the deliberate and intentional process of self-discovery, self-awareness. This is where we consciously intend to live life on our own terms. And as Carl Jung suggests, this is the much better way. Now, Jung even believed that the whole purpose of life is the process of individuation. Now, we don't have to agree with this notion of life, but it shows how rewarding this path can be. Now, a quick caveat before we go into the steps. The process of individuation is highly personal. What that means is there are no fixed rules and steps, but I'm going to share the exact steps that transformed me. It first starts with acceptance. I was living in complete denial. Let me explain. I used to blame everyone for my situation. I used to even blame the school system for providing too many options to choose from. That's why I was lost and searching for my purpose, because they were not providing me direction and clarity. You see how silly this thing is? But the moment I truly got honest with myself and accepted my current situation that I was in back then, things slowly started to change. Because think about this, when you start to accept your situation, what you're doing is you're taking responsibility. And taking responsibility is a prerequisite for any kind of success in life. That's just universally true. Now, it is important for us to not confuse acceptance with giving up. When we accept a situation, what we are doing is we are grounded in reality. We accept it for the moment, but then we choose to take another direction. In that moment in my life, I accepted every part of my life. I accepted my past, all the mistakes that I did, and I really let go of all the shame and the guilt. Because the truth is this, you can change your past, so it's better to accept it and completely let go of it. Because when you do that, you release more conscious energy that you can use right now to make better choices that will propel your life forward. Now, another thing that I did that was very hard but necessary is accepting my close ones. What I mean by that is a lot of times we try to change other people, especially our close ones. but this rarely works, especially when you forcefully try to change other people. So what I did in that instance is I completely let go of trying to change other people. And another thing that I completely let go is drama. I completely removed myself from any drama in my life, be it when I was in corporate, in family situations, or in other social situations. I don't have any time for drama. Now, what I want you to do is take a pen and paper right now and write down these words. I accept my current situation and I take full responsibility. Second, write down I accept my past. And third, I accept my close ones. This is very important. Although this exercise can be very uncomfortable, I highly urge you to do it right now. The second step, choose your life's mission. Telos in ancient Greek refers to the ultimate goal or the ultimate purpose that drives all our actions and decisions. We humans need an aim, otherwise we fall into despair. This is an essential understanding that we have to abide by. We have to choose some kind of life mission. It doesn't matter if you are clear or not. Back then in 2019, I was not clear. I was into personal development. I was a very ambitious person. I knew that I wanted to create something big and live life on my own terms. Even if that is vague, it is enough to have a life mission. Back then, I just said to myself, my mission is to learn about personal development. It can be as silly and simple as that, but you have to pick something. Because if you have a purpose, even if it's not clear, it will give a lot of meaning to your life. Right now, we are having a pandemic of really lost people. Many young people are completely lost in their lives. They are searching for directions. We have a lot of mental health problems. And one of the best ways to combat that is to have a life mission or purpose. It doesn't have to be perfect again. Just pick something that you are semi-passionate about it. Now ask yourself, what is your current life's mission? Stop this video and write down a sentence. It doesn't have to be crystal clear. Pick something and move from there. Your purpose will get clearer. That's the biggest mistake most people make when it comes to purpose. Don't fall into this trap. Third step, resist the path of the masses. Now, the reality is this, if you are ambitious and you want to live life on your own terms and have a fulfilling life, this is not the path that most people choose. To be honest, most people are conformist. So if you are on this path to creating the life that you want, what will happen is you'll face a lot of resistance in form of other people because it challenges their belief systems and their existence. So they will try to knock you off the path. Now, it doesn't mean these are bad people. Most of the time, it's even our close ones. It's because they have chosen consciously or unconsciously the path of being a conformist, to just conform to how other people want you to live, how culture and society want you to live. So you have to understand that, and I'm sure you have experienced this before. If you're doing something outside of the comfort zone, other people will try to knock you off. They will say something like this, man, this is too risky. Why are you trying to build a business? You have such a good corporate job. Just go up the corporate ladder like every normal people will do. Now they say this because they don't understand your path. This is the path of being a more conscious being and actually doing what you want to do. Because the truth is this, we are living in a society of boredom and comfort. Most people are not willing to leave their comfort zone. They rather live life in quiet despair because they know deep inside they could do so much more, but fear and other things are holding them back. So to combat this resistance, and this resistance will always be there depending on your journey, especially if you are starting out on this journey, there will be a lot of people that will drag you down and you have to develop your own values. Now, to combat this massive resistance, we have to develop our own core values. So define your core values. What is important for you? This will help you tremendously stay on the path and not risk getting astray. So ask yourself right now, what are your core values? For me, for example, one of my core values is freedom, creativity, health, impact, knowledge. So stop this video and think deeply about your core values and write them down. By the way, if you're finding this video valuable so far, let me know in the comment section below. With that being said, let's move on to the fourth step. Embrace challenges. Now, when we are in the process of individuation, it doesn't mean life just flows and everything is easy. We will also face a lot of challenges, and that's a normal part of life. there will be calamities, and we have to prepare ourselves and fully embrace the challenges. It doesn't mean just because we have more self-awareness and we are living in a more conscious manner that problems don't arise. Now here's something that truly helped me overcome pain and challenges. So when we experience pain in form of setbacks or frustrations, what I highly urge you to do is not to flee from the challenge. Fully experience the pain and the obstacle. So for example, when I'm working on those YouTube videos, sometimes I have a creative block. I know exactly what I have to do. I have these huge goals, but I just can't seem to write the script or prepare the videos. So in the past, what I will do in that instance is I will try to escape that situation. I will go on social media and distract myself in order to not have to face that problem. But instead, what you want to do is to completely stay in the pain. Let the pain move through your body. Now I know this might sound esoteric, but the concept behind it is if you stay in the pain, you will release a lot of toxic emotions. So when you are frustrated, instead of escaping, just stay in the pain as long as possible. It will be very uncomfortable, but the more you do this, the more those negative emotions come up, the cycle will be much shorter. So I hope you understand this. Because to be honest, this is the path of fulfillment. Fulfillment requires some pain, some struggle to overcome it. You see this in every story, in every successful people's journey. There is always a pain threshold that has to overcome over and over again. Now most people won't get this because modern society is full of comfort, and the more comfort we experience, the more complacent we get, and the more complacent we get, we have a natural instinct to progress in life. But this comfort and all this easy life is really stifling our progress, and that's why we have a pandemic of boredom, anxiety, depression. The path is to accept both sides of life and really integrate it. This is the process of individuation. This is what Carl Jung was talking about. Now the fifth step is what I call extract wisdom from experiences. So wisdom is everywhere and not dependent on age. This perspective shift has completely transformed my life. Let me explain. So wisdom is everywhere and not depending on age. I'm sure you have heard this quote, wise people learn from the mistakes of other people. Understanding and integrating this quote has truly transformed my life. Now you can learn a lot from just observing other people that you interact with. They will make a lot of mistakes, as you will do, but learning from other people's mistakes is a sure shortcut to creating more success in your life. The thing is this process of individuation has a lot to do with getting to know yourself, and you can learn so much from just observing other people, their mistakes and how they are doing things. Now, of course, we want to learn also from books, from mentors, from people that are ahead of us in this field that we want to excel in. But you can just learn from the everyday person. Now, I'm not saying the successful people are better than the people that have not much success. What this means is you can truly extract wisdom from any experience. And the more you observe and reflect on other people, the more you learn about yourself, and you will have so much clarity and you will have much more direction and more wisdom. Now, talking about getting to know yourself, I made a comprehensive step-by-step video that you want to watch next. It is about how you can use archetypes to really get to know yourself, increase your self-awareness, have more clarity, and define your purpose even more. So I highly urge you to watch this video and take notes. So if you found this video valuable, let me know in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I post a video.